let's talk about Monday Night Raw, even though I do not want to. It was boring, as per usual, for being honest. So we are going to go ahead and get into Monday Night Raw from October the 27th, 2025. This show was a waste of time, really. We kicked the show off with Jey Uso. He says that he's got a lot of people in his ear, from Roman Reigns and Jimmy Uso and everyone's mama. He says that he's going to be a 2-time world champion come Saturday night's main event. So CM Punk says that he loves Jey. Him and Jey are friends. He says he needs that title. He needs he needs to be champion like he needs air in his lungs. He said that with the Gunther promo a few weeks before SummerSlam. So whatever. That's rinse and repeat. Jey then tells CM Punk to go screw himself. And that was it. And then they have a stare down. Whatever. This is not important, all right? Saturday night's main event has been a disaster since its inception currently, right? Saturday night's main event have just been boring, and a lot of nothing happens on those shows, and this is going to be no different. So it is what it is. Whatever. Moving on from that, we get some Judgment Day stuff. Who cares? It's not important. I'm not going to talk about it. This leads us into the first match of the night. It was a rematch, but a good rematch nonetheless. Penta versus Rusev. And then it was getting good. So Rusev kicked out of the Penta driver. And Penta kicked out of the Mashka kick. So Grande Americana and his boys, they showed up. And that was it. So they beat them up for a brief moment. And then Rusev and Penta fought back and took them out. So it was a no contest. We all know this is going to set up for a triple threat match. Dominic Mysterio and Rusev and Penta. Okay, that's fine, but, it is what it is. And that's who Dom was talking to on the phone, so, during the Judgment Day segment. Whatever. Moving on. LA Knight is backstage with Jackie Redmond. LA Knight says that he did fall short and he didn't come out with what he needed. LA Knight says that he doesn't have the World Heavyweight Championship. Jey Uso is going to Saturday night's main event with CM Punk. LA Knight says he's got to do the hard thing, continue the path. And whoever comes out on top of the title match, he'll be on them. He is who he is, or he is what he is. Okay, that's cool there. But LA Knight constantly keeps looking up at the lights because Triple H doesn't give a damn about LA Knight at all. And it's not good. I've been a fan of LA Knight for years, but it seems like Triple H does not care about LA Knight at all. He never really has. And I don't know. So, yeah. Moving on. So, the Bronze, Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed, they're backstage with Paul Heyman. Bron Breakker says he wants to trust Paul Heyman's plan, but he doesn't get why they didn't just go out there to the Battle Royal and destroy everyone. Paul Heyman says Adam Pearce would have suspended them without pay. They need to focus on one man who shares their vision. On Saturday, CM Punk and Jey Uso will beat each other half to death, and they'll be waiting to be victimized, paused by Bron Breakker next Monday. If he eliminates that one man, Bron Breakker's path to the world title is clear. Bron Breakker wants a match against that man tonight, and it ends up being LA Knight. So, okay, that's fine there. We get a Asuka video package, which was good. We celebrated 10 years of Asuka, yay. So that they highlight the 914-day undefeated streak. So that's pretty cool there. We all know Goldberg was pissed off about that. So we all know that Goldberg was hot. Goldberg was hot as hell. boy. Woo. Yeah, Goldberg was hot as hell, but, hey, it is what it is. I'm pretty sure he probably blew a gasket with that, but, hey, it don't matter, bro. What's done is done, bro. Asuka's great, so, there's that. Moving on, we get more Judgment Day stuff, but Dom, he shows up, and, basically, Adam Pearce says that it's going to be Dominic Mysterio, Rusev, and Penta at Saturday Night's Main Event. So, Adam Pearce makes a match for Finn Balor and JD McDonough to take on Sheamus because they attacked him last week. It ended up being JD McDonough versus Sheamus. Yay. Do I give a damn about this? No, I don't. Moving on. Roxanne Perez defeated Nikki Bella. Who really gives a damn about this, too? This was garbage as well. Hot garbage. Roxanne Perez, she's going to always have a long match on the main roster. Always. She's going to always have a long match. This thing went about a good 15 minutes. It didn't need to. This thing should have ended in about 5 to 8 minutes, if we're being honest, because Nikki has a bad neck, and she's had a bad neck for quite some time now. So, Roxanne beat Nikki via the Pop Rocks. Nikki was going to go for the Rack Attack 2.0. Roxanne elbowed out of that situation, and she ended up hitting the Pop Rocks for 1, 2, 3. Who cares? So then Stephanie Vacker came out to make the save. Then we get a good face-off between Raquel Rodriguez and Stephanie Vacker, which is great, which that should be the plan, right? But it's not. Apparently, they're doing the tag team stuff right now. And it seems like Nikki Bella's going to turn heel. Like, that's easy as hell to figure out. But what's done is done. So, whatever. Moving right along. So, Lyra Valkyria, she's backstage. She bumps into the Kabuki Warriors. Asuka says they should be getting the title opportunity. But Bayley and Lyra cut them off. Cut them in line. Asuka yells at her and then walks off. Kairi looks conflicted, but she runs after Asuka. So Bayley walks up and says she's got them matching jackets. Lyra is confused by Bayley. Lyra's never been in the ring with Charlotte or Alexa Bliss. Bayley looks worried and wonders what would happen if they lose. Lyra asks, what if they win? And then they do a high five. I don't give a damn about this shit at all. This was a waste of time. Then Jimmy and Jay, they get into it. So Jimmy says that he saved Jay last week. When he needed saving, Jay only thought about himself. If Jay really believed in himself, he wouldn't be so scared to find out what would happen if they squared off. And then Jimmy walks off, and then Jay looks a little unsure. I don't care about this garbage either. I don't. We don't need to see Jimmy and Jay in a match anymore, all right? It happened. It was not good. It was awful. Let's not revisit this, Triple H. Let's not. Please, for the love of the creator above, please do not do Jey Uso versus Jimmy Uso. Please do not do that shit. Don't do it. Don't do it. Moving on. Bron Breakker defeats LA Knight. LA Knight got a really good reaction. He grabbed a sign in the crowd that says, "We want LA Knight," not Jey Uso. The not Jey Uso part was blocked out, which was good. So, look, I'm a fan of LA Knight. I've seen the video. It's got a bunch of dislikes. I think one of them has like 16,000 likes. The other one has like 32,000 dislikes on the Battle Royal. And I get it. I get how the IWC and YWC are pissed off, and rightfully so. But the casuals who still go to these shows, they love Jey Uso. Jey Uso still gets massive reactions. It's not going anywhere. Look, I'm on your side. LA Knight deserves better, but there's nothing we can do right now. There's nothing we can do. And it's all on Triple H. It's all on Triple H, right? So this stuff falls at the feet of Triple H. And that's just what it boils down to. And Triple H is going to have to pull the trigger on LA Knight. What I would do is have LA Knight show up and beat down both Jay and CM Punk to where we don't crown a new champion at Saturday night's main event. It ends up being a triple threat match, even though I don't like that idea, at Survivor Series. So at Survivor Series is where we should crown a new champion, not at Saturday night's main event. It doesn't need to happen there, right? So maybe that's the only way we get LA Knight in the title picture, right? So hopefully that does happen. It kind of needs to happen, if we're being honest, but I'm just putting that out there. But I'm not mad at LA Knight losing to Bron Breakker. I'm not. Why? Because I'm a fan of Bron Breakker. Bron Breakker kicks major ass, and he is the future. He really is. He's gonna be one of the top guys in the future for sure. Moving on. So, we get some more Dominic Mysterio stuff with Adam Pearce. You know, Adam Pearce makes the triple threat. Whatever. I don't care about this. Moving on. So we get some more Jey Uso stuff. So Jey Uso says that he heard what he said. Jimmy's his brother, and he loves him. Nothing will change that. It didn't go Jimmy's way last week. That's not his fault. Why is he coming before the biggest match? For the biggest match of his career and trying to blame him. Jay has problems with everyone. There's not a lot of real estate left. Jimmy says he feels him, and then they embrace it, and that was it. Okay, whatever. Then we get some John Cena news. So John Cena's final Raw will take place on November 17th at Madison Square Garden. That should be good. And then they should do his final SmackDown too. And then that'll be it. So, yeah. Next, this leads us into JD McDonough with the help of Finn Balor defeating Sheamus. I was like, what the actual hell is going on here? What the hell is going on here? This was some bizarre, crazy stuff. But it is what it is. So, basically, JD McDonough gets the win via a top rope Spanish slide for the 1, 2, 3. And I'm just shocked. I'm shocked at this. I really am. The fact that Sheamus could not beat JD McDonough and they went out there and they had a 15 to 17-minute match, that is a total embarrassment. Sheamus, what are you doing, dog? What are you doing? This makes zero sense. I can see if it was Finn Balor, because they've never faced each other before. But JD McDonough? Nah, bro. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. So, yeah, that kind of irked me right there with JD McDonough winning. But it is what it is. Who cares? So, whatever. I'm just saying, that we know Sheamus is Irish and JD McDonough is Irish. Same thing with Finn Balor. But Finn Balor is leaps and bounds better than JD McDonough. Like, it's no contest. So, I don't know. Moving on. This leads us into Adam Pearce. He's backstage with Maxine Dupree. She has 2 victories over Becky Lynch, who's off this week after what she did. Adam Pearce is going to make it official for the 3rd time. So Maxine Dupree says she doesn't want to waste this opportunity. She needs to call a friend to make sure she's ready for Becky Lynch. When she's ready, which will be soon, she'll take the title from Becky Lynch, and she'll give the world the biggest shock, as well as Becky Lynch. And then Adam Pearce makes it official. So, whatever. So, it's up to her, and he's going to approve of the call or whatever. This is not really that important. It seems like Omos he had an interview with TMZ, right? And so Omos wants to basically be a bodyguard for Becky Lynch, which is good. So maybe whenever Seth Rollins gets back, maybe Omos will align himself with Seth Rollins. I think that would be pretty cool. That's interesting there. Moving on, this leads us into a backstage interview with Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. They didn't say much of anything. Asuka got involved, and Charlotte and her had some words, so whatever. And then this leads us into Dragon Lee and AJ Styles. AJ Styles said that 2026 is his last year, but he's ready to face any and all comers. And then Finn Balor and JD McDonough, they show up. They want a tag team title shot. They want a rematch. Adam Pearce asks if they're kidding after they cheated. AJ Styles says they're not deserving, but they're willing to fight him. Dragon Lee says they're unstoppable. Adam Pearce makes the match official. So, whatever. It's fine. So, it's going to be a rematch for next week. Whatever. Main event of the evening. Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, they defeat Lyra Valkyria and Bayley to retain the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. Who cares about this? I really don't. It is what it is. Who gives a damn? Post-match, the Kabuki Warriors, they show up. They attack Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. Then they beat up Lyra Valkyria. And then Bayley comes out to make the save. And that was it. So, clearly, this is setting up like a triple threat for the Women's World Tag Team Championships. Who cares? Whatever. I really don't care about any of this garbage. But Raw was boring as per usual. It was actually abysmal, for being honest. Nothing really good on this show. I did like the Rusev and Penta match. That was cooking, but that got ruined. So, there's that. CM Punk and Jey Uso didn't really get me all excited for Saturday night's main event at all. So, there's that. But it is what it is. But what did you guys think of Monday Night Raw? Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.